Completing a space is incredibly fulfilling. Taking something that you saw in your mind's eye and then creating it is incredible. So we need to bring up the chop saw, we need to bring up the router, sander.
And we have to select our pieces.
Yes. The very first project that we did together in our first apartment was a dining table that we turned into an ottoman. And that's where we learned that we liked doing things ourselves, but it also was the beginning of the skill set. My name is Stephen St. Russell. I'm a senior virtual pre-construction manager at Suffolk, and this is my husband, David.
Hi.
When we drove past this house, it obviously looked like it needed a lot of work. No walls, no electrical, no plumbing. Someone else had completely gutted it and then put it up for sale. So we swooped in to make the project our own. Looking at the kitchen through a brand new opening, they closed in these two windows, though it looks like they framed it before they made the thickness of this wall, so it's not centered. It was definitely a big undertaking coming into this house, knowing there was so much work that needed to be done. But I think we were excited at the same time.
And a little overwhelmed.
Definitely. We are out here back working on the deck. We're installing kicks and plugs and what else?
I think that's all we have time for today.
That's all. I've never done that in my entire life.
What was that?
I don't know.
When we purchased this house, we saw that there was an opportunity to really start documenting all of the work we were doing. We were dedicating so much time to the project, and we wanted to create a space to share our progress and document it for ourselves and our family and friends. And from there, it began to grow. People found interest in what we were doing and started to follow along. And it was the slow and steady community that we were building.
We've learned to not be afraid to try something. A lot of people ask, like, how did you learn how to do these things? Or do you have a background in this? But it's really that we have the skill set of not being afraid to try things. I think the nice thing about doing these projects together is that we're always looking out for each other and saying, you know what, you should actually be wearing glasses here. I think we both always want to attack a project, and we need to sometimes stop and remind ourselves that, okay, let's take a moment and do this correctly. On social, we have to make sure that we're presenting ourselves correctly and presenting the right way to do things. On the other side, if we don't wear the right ear protection or eye protection, people will call us out. Can you hold my ladder? I think one of the coolest things about the community that's formed around this house and our social media account is that we're looking to inspire others and making them feel like they can take on projects, but they're also looking out for us because they genuinely care about us. So we need lights, we need to pick out hardware, I need to get grills for the radiator box. I think the best part about doing these projects is when we get to share the finished spaces with friends and family. Getting to see someone come in and experience one of the spaces that we finished is so rewarding and so fulfilling, and that's why we do it, right? It's to be able to share our home with people.